Hi guys, welcome back to the course, and from this video we will start working on the login form. So video, as you know, that we created the registration form, so we will now start working on the login form. So let's open brackets and open index.php in brackets. So as you can see, this is our form, and let's add a action attribute to our form first. So as you know that action attribute caused us some problems in the registration section, so let's not repeat that mistake again. As you can see, the method of the form is post, so we will use the post superglobal to retrieve the value. So you can see that the name of the login button is login, so we will check for the form submission using this login key. So the name of email is email and the name of the password field is password. So let's scroll back up and let's create an if statement to check for the form submission. So we will use the is set $_post. As I told you that we use post if the forms method we submit the form by post. So this form, as you know, that is submitted by the post method, so we will use the post superglobal, and the submit buttons key was login, so I'm using login to check for the form submission. So what we want to do if the form is submitted, we want to retrieve the email from the post request $_post, and the key was email. And let's escape this as well, mysqli real escape string, and it takes two parameters. The first one is the database object and the second one is the value that we want to escape. So copy this line to save time and paste it below. The name of the variable is password, and copy it, paste it, remove the $sign. Now let's create our query which will actually check our database for any existing user with this email or password. So the query will be like select asterisk from users where email equals this email coming from the post request and password equals to this password. So we are simply saying that if email and password match, email and password in the database match these email and password submitted by the user, then select those rows. So let's go ahead and execute that query on the database object. So db query, and we'll copy this query variable. We can also copy and paste this whole query inside this query method, but that's the preferred way, so we will use that. So this query will actually returns some rows if these conditions are true. So let's save those rows inside a variable. This variable will actually be a result set object. So we will later on check this result set object to check if there are matching rows or not. So now let's go ahead and check. I want to tell you one more thing here, that we have validated the email and password, but we also have to validate the status of the account, because if the status of the account is inactive, the user is not able to log in. So first of all we have to retrieve the rows from the result set. In this case the result set will only return one row or 0 rows. It cannot return multiple rows. So row equals to, let me do it first and then I will tell you what I'm doing. So result and fetch. So I am calling, as I told you that this is the result set object, so I am calling the fetch source method of this result set class on this object. So this will actually return us the last row, and these values of the row will be stored in this variable as associated array. So we can check that associated array now. So now let's go ahead and create another if inside this if. So now we will check if status equals 1. That means that the user has logged in. So let's redirect the user to the my account page. Location will be my account.php and exit, and in the else condition we will simply copy it and paste it here, and this will be index. And if we fail to log in, then just go ahead and refresh the page and show us an error message. So we will append the error message at the end of this redirect. So URL encode. Now let's write our error message. Error message will be like the user with these. No, the error message will be like the user account is not activated. So one more error message. So if this condition is false, that means that there are no rows in the result set. Then what we will do, then we will simply show an error message like we did here. So copy it and paste it below error, and that we will change the error message. Error message will be like wrong email or password. So let's capitalize this email. So I think that's it. So let's go ahead and see that in the browser. Refresh the login page. Oops. Yes. Now let's enter some values. In the last video, you know that we have created a user and the password was, I think, 12345. Let's see. As you can see that we are redirected to the myaccount.php page, but we have some problem. Why we are seeing this error? We should see the user's email here. Okay, I get it. The problem is that we have not actually created the session for the user. So let's go ahead and create that first. $_session, and the name will be user_email, and which will be equals to email. So let's go ahead and save it and go to the login page again. And now if I log in, I should see what's the problem, user underscore name. Oops. Now let's rename this key to user underscore name. Let me show you why I've changed this. So instead of changing this here, I should change it on the my account page. So let's go ahead, and you can see that now it should work. So let's go ahead to login page and refresh that in the browser. Refresh it. Now let's try to log in now. 1 2 3 4 5 login. It is still saying undefined index email in XAMPP htdocs registration myaccount.php on line 52. So let's go ahead and see why it's saying that. Oops, we have to actually start the session. I forgot that. Sorry for that, guys. Session at the start of the file before we can use it. So session underscore start, and let's make sure that we have used the session in this file. Yes, now it should work. Let's go back and try to log in again. Refresh this page, and now 1 2 3 4 5. You can see we are not seeing any error, but we should see the user's email. Why we are not seeing that? So let's go ahead and add again index.php. Why it's not showing up? Let's double check it. Welcome. Oops, we have not actually echoed it. Echo. Now it should work. Now refresh it, and you can see this danuqureshi@gmail.com. So as you can see that we are not able to log in. Now in the next video we will create this logout functionality. So stay tuned.